Alright, so this is for my vlog for my mastery journal in script production and analysis. So what I wanted to originally gain from this class is basically just better writing knowledge and feedback on how I write, and just better writing tips in general, which thankfully I did gain from this course throughout the first 3 weeks and a little bit of this week probably. I gained more writing experience, got actual feedback, which tells me what I do good and don't do so good at. What I learned about myself as a writer throughout this was that I am really good at telling action and writing that down, like the moment to moment movements. I can do that really well. And coming up with a decent structure and story idea, I can do that pretty well. But where I tend to struggle is subtext and drawing connections and making things deeper. I tend to struggle with that aspect of myself, which thankfully, to be honest, I don't really want to be a writer, so it's not a huge deal breaker. But hey, it's something to work on and improve upon throughout the rest of my time on writing, is trying to build a deeper connection between the characters and make a more emotional story with a bit higher stakes at points. But some things I can take into my professional world from this course is this one's a little bit hard now I think about it. But different things like pay more attention to surroundings, I guess. Work a little bit with the writer on certain films to try and gain as much of their original vision as possible. Yeah. From this specific course, I think that's kind of about it, sadly. But yeah, it's a writing course. I'll be honest, I didn't think we would learn too much about things we could use in our professional overall. But there were some things like how meetings can be conducted and different pitching ideas. So there's that at least. And yeah, like I said, I don't really want to be a writer, so there's that. Currently, I don't really have many ideas for a thesis project. My one working idea, or actually I have two working ideas I might need to change around. First one, mission delivery, is basically the Mission Impossible intros, but the delivery of said missions, where somebody is chasing the delivery man of those to try and stop the mission from even happening in the first place. And my second idea, I have called it The Rival, and it is like a fighting competition where we'll get glimpses of the contest going on, like the two rivals fighting different opponents for a quick moment or two, but then having a bunch of flashbacks to explain their backstory and motivations for what's going on. So those are the two main ideas that I currently have. And as for going back and telling myself, it would just be to think more about my ideas and to put more of an effort into the stakes and emotions behind each scene. My second project, I could have skipped the first scene, which I did do for some revisions. Could have done what I did there and just make that interesting more about the connection between Uthgar and Agnir, his father. And to be honest, I wouldn't really go back and change what I did for film concepts, purely because for that project, it was super simple in general what I did write down. maybe change some things a little bit to make it a bit more producible on the final chase scene. But it's really about it. I wouldn't change too much because I think I built up the connection as best as I could with what limited space we were given. And I did have like the threat showing up at least in the background of a scene or two, so that the audience knows that there's something more going on at this place. But yeah, that was this class so far. That was month 3 of screenwriting. Pretty fun class, really enjoyable. Probably still the best day would be the first day of fucking around with AI. That was fun. I'm probably gonna do that more often just on my own time because AI is an idiot. Yeah, I learned a good bit from this class and other things that could help me, so that is this course. Next up is directing talent. Yay.